so glad you could join us from the farm, Stanford Stadium in Palo Alto. Time is starting to run short in this season. The goals, the aspirations are still alive, and we are looking forward to this one here in Week 10 of our coverage of EA Sports College Football. It's the Texas Tech Red Raiders and the Stanford Cardinals. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Checking in with the Texas Tech head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The run inside. It's Dickey. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
That's caught. It's Eakin. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Oh, look, Ma, one hand. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. The Red Raiders are moving quickly down the field. Off play action on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Carter. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Looking to throw, it's Hammond. Complete to the left. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without... Here's a little room there. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll dial up the run.
This is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy's a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches, and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays.
Turning it on! Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Off the play fake. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. I send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Warren. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Stanford, fresh off that big play through the air, is back to work. Wants to throw again. That's reeled in. It's Ford. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running inside. It's Ford. And he's dragged down.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
To the air, it's Warren. Bringing the heat. And down he goes.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Absolutely center cut. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too. And that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Finds his tight end. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones.
Might have a chance. They make the stop, but a nifty move to pick up 9 on that one. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They feed him again. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And, man, I don't know that there's a better 1-2 punch in all of college football when it comes to complementing each other than these two backs. Dickey can run downhill, stay square.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Red Raiders will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. The run inside. It's Ford. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Rides to the back. Runs through the tackle. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. To throw, it's Warren. Looking to the big tight end. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down? Stanford wants to push the pace.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Ford. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Here we go. Ready. Ready, team. Ready, go. Handoff to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. 14, jet. Keeps it on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. That brings them to within 1.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
The Red Raiders offense comes out ready to attack. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting...
Snags it, and there's running room. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Nice move to keep running. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He tries to take the top off. And they're not on the same page there.
I know one thing, the play didn't result in a good outcome, but I'm very impressed with the offensive line. Unbelievable job. Gave the quarterback plenty of time. Now let's see if they can adjust with the receivers running routes and maybe get somebody open.
Under fire. Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Red Raiders decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's 4th. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Timeout is called by the Cardinal. That's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the... There's a crease. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're...
Gets away from one. He's got space. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Stanford going back to work with another first down. Run in the red zone. It's 4th. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Now Stanford is going to call a timeout. That's their 2nd. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Warren. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And that was a nice 3rd down conversion. They continue this long drive, and sometimes you start to put it together. What happens? Defense gets a little sloppy. They get a little tired. Last time you settled for a field goal. This time, continue to wear the defense.
Makes the grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now the Cardinal decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going for 6. Touchdown, Stanford! Fitted in the window for the score.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. On the move, it's Dickey. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 8 team, the Florida Gators.
Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Quarterback keeper. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Fires to the right. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's 4. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
With the catch, it's 4. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Stanford quickly to the line.
And you're seeing more of this in college football, man. Bringing on more and more tight ends, guys that are versatile pieces. And you see it right there, right? You can still throw the football. And now you got to match up with those guys and their big bodies. Nice throw down the field, nice catch. Nice job of using multiple tight end packages for this offense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Nose tackles in those 3-4 defense are usually space eaters that just make sure guys don't get to linebackers. This guy said, no, sir. I'm a nose tackle with some pass rush.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it down the field. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they take it in for 6 more points. Here comes the 2-point try. Trying to run, it's 4. He's into the end zone from the 2 and extends the lead. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech will start the drive, the offense ready to go. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Got a man, it's Johnson.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Red Raiders will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Red Raiders, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Running inside. It's Dickey. Makes it past the marker. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And the Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. From the red zone, it's Dickey. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. They'll run with Joyner. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Excellent pass by the back on the option. You want to keep your offense on the field? Wear down the defense? Put that tape on and show it in a clinic. That's the way it's done.
And as a defense, man, there's nothing more demoralizing. You can handle it when you give up 3, but to give up the touchdown at the end of a long drive, you're already exhausted. You've already been punked the whole way down the field. Man, that's frustrating.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give him a pickup of 2, now second and 8. Short completion on first down, and here they are with second and 8. Scanning the field, it's Warren. Firing to the right, complete. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Pass completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. So the final period starts with a second down play. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Dickey. Gain of about 4 sets up a second and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's second and 6. Back to pass. He wants to take the top off. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. Stanford's offense heads out, hoping to move the ball on this drive. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punch in a score, and they'll go home with the W. Got enough for the first. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Rides the option, he keeps it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Complete in the middle. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Stanford wants to push the pace. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. The run inside. It's 4th. He is stopped right at the 21-yard line, and now it'll be 4th down and decision time. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And he got it! And now the lead is even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Looking for a man. It's Hammond. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. At midfield, he's got room. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they've got to tackle better on the back end.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense takes the field ready to attack. Offense in a bunch formation. Running inside. It's Ford. At the 35, he's open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Motion from the wideout. Now on the move. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the 1st down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Let's see if this offense comes out swinging from the first play of the drive down late. Might be calling a hot route. Dropping back, it's Hammond. He wants to go deep. He's got it on the left. Took it all the way to the 36-yard line, and he flipped the field in an instant. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. They'll start this drive going to the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Texas Tech will call a timeout. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. The keeper on the option.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's 4. Brought down after a big run, and that is the way to put an exclamation point on this one. Timeout call by the Red Raiders, and now Texas Tech will have no more to use. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.